Hello, welcome back to Sequins. I'm Andrew Horn, and this is my incredibly handsome father, Martin, who was formerly a club singer for many years. And this is the last of our three chats about his time in Clubland and my time being brought up around all that, which was just so much fun. So to finish this little series of chats about your time in Clubland, I want to ask you what you think makes a good turn. What do you think? What were some essential parts of being a good turn?
Being a good turn. I was never a good turn, so I can't advise anybody. You got to be yourself, not be too serious about yourself. That's one thing. Don't be too serious, and learn to laugh at yourself. I don't mean laugh at yourself nasty, but if something goes wrong, have a laugh about it, and include people that you're having a laugh. If you make a mistake, say, and laugh about it. Hopefully, people not throw things at you and laugh at you, and encourage them to like you.
I guess then
do
if
a
you
nice,
make a mistake,
feel nice.
I guess then if you make a mistake, it makes it part of the show, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it shows it's live.
Yeah. So
that's what I think.
So not taking yourself.
It's not all about
serious.
making mistakes. Sorry,
I've got a bit of a delay here. I do apologise. So you think it's not? So you say it's not taking yourself too seriously. What else would you say?
Try and be nice to people, even if you don't really like them. Try and be nice. Learn how to fight. No, I'm only kidding. It's just don't be too serious about it. Unless obviously some people are fantastic musicians and singers, or they want to be and pursue that, and then you have to be serious about it.
Yeah,
I was never any good. I was never a brilliant guitarist or a brilliant singer, but I could play a bit and sing a bit, and I liked having a go, and I enjoyed doing it, and I tried to get people to enjoy me doing it.
I think they did. I think you took them along with you in a really nice way. You were all in it together, and it was a really nice atmosphere when I saw you playing.
Well, I'd work.
Hang on, you're frozen.
Quite a bit, like I said, with agent, I was doing it. I did an audition, and this agent said to me, he says, "Enjoyed that. We're good." He says, "I'll just tell you now, you'll never be a star, but you'll always get work." And I thought that were good.
Brought you down to earth.
Obviously, I weren't star material, but I'd obviously got something that I just accepted that I were pretty nearly average, and I tried to get on with that. And when he said that, I thought, right, I'll work at being average, and because that's all I knew I could do. And I thought that was quite good, actually. At first, I thought, I'm supposed to be great, me, but no, I'm not. I'm no better than anybody else.
I like that.
I just had a go.
I like a lot of the terms that you exposed me to, where I would meet at shows and stuff, or when we would go and see some of your friends play. They all seemed really grounded. I think there was always in most cases there was a sense of we're all in this for a laugh, but it's a gig, let's have a good time,
Well, it was an entertainment. That's what it were.
Yeah.
I think if you want to go and see a superstar, you go. Who was a good singer, you go and watch them put a big show on, or a band or something like that. So I'm not knocking people. I would never knock anybody. But some people are great and some aren't so great. And just take it on chin and say, well, I'm maybe average, so I'll keep this average. But if people liked it, and that encouraged me as well as encouraging them, so that was good.
Excellent.
But
How
the
would
first
you say?
thing is you've got to get up and do it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
The
say.
main
How would
thing
you
is
overcome the nerves?
first, get up. You are.
We've got a terrible lag tonight. How would you get over the nerves you say when you're starting out?
About 4 or 5 whiskies. And, oh, it's very nerve-wracking. Apparently, Robbie Williams gets so nervous and heads up before he does a show.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to a state, somebody as big as him, and you still get nervous. Everybody gets nervous. And you think, you know, if you're behind curtains and you're just opening curtains and you think, oh my God, what am I doing? You know, and you don't know what to do. So that's when you, what I more or less not learnt to do, but as soon as you're like introduced or you get up, you switch on and you're that person then.
Yeah, it gets turned
and
on.
And you
like
don't
that.
Look back.
Because then, I guess then it's that like, persona doing it, isn't it?
Sorry?
I guess then it's like
I can't tell with this delay. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you just got to just get up and right, 2, 3, 4, and you're in, and then you don't look back, and then you don't forget where you are. You just go forward and don't stop. You have to like switch on.
So, with that in mind, throughout, this is going to be a good one for you, throughout all of your time playing these shows in clubs and pubs all over the place, what was your worst low point at a show?
Worst low point? Not a low point, but one place I was playing, obviously I still play guitar as well, and chairman said your guitar's too loud, turn it down. I says, all right, so I did turn it down a bit, and then he told me again, he says, your guitar's too loud, turn it down. Anyway, I finished night off, and I said, you know, thank you very much, all this and that. And he says, well, I didn't enjoy that at all. He says, you didn't turn your guitar down, and you're never coming back here again. And I thought, all right, fair enough. But no, that's what he thought. Other people said, you're never coming back here again. That's just because I was crap.
I didn't like to say.
Yeah. I didn't really have low points. I had places where I didn't really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
But I tried not to come across as not enjoying it.
Yeah. Did you ever have any places that were a bit dicey?
Yeah. Oh, I played at one place, and it was a pub. Played at a pub, and thought I'd done okay. And a fella came up to me and asked me if I did any Whitney Houston songs.
Okay.
And I said, no, don't be daft. You know, I don't like that. And then he got stroppy. And no happened, but when I went outside, landlord had to come out with me because they were waiting for me outside, him and his mates.
God.
So
big Whitney fans
came,
then.
Well, I packed my stuff away. Sorry?
Big Whitney fans.
Yeah. Oh, big Whitney fans, yeah. So I learned I will always love you. I thought I better learn that for next time.
At least that covers 2 bases then, Whitney Houston and Dolly Parton. So, on the other side of that, what would you say, was there a particular high point where you thought, yeah, this has been a good night? What would you say your best show would be?
Oh, I had one or two where I thought that were not brilliant, but I enjoyed it and went down. I always tried to go down well. That's it. I never had a massive moment, but always tried to go down well. And I did have some very nice nights, very good nights, but I never had any. Wow, I'm a superstar now. So I don't know if that's. I knew I would never go that good, so I never had any. I had some very fulfilling nights. Put it like that.
Yeah. All right. What would be in a fulfilling night?
Well, I did one club. Organist and drummer backing me. They were very good, and apparently organist liked a bit like classical music. So while we were like behind curtains, I just played a couple of little bits quietly, while you're like tuning up sort of thing. And at the end of the night, organist said to me, he says, are you better acting this, but you're just doing this for some extra money? And that made me feel good.
That's a lovely
because
compliment.
I thought, well, a musician like him, it didn't happen very often. But it didn't make me big-headed because I thought, I knew it was good anyway. I had a couple of nights, that type of thing. Well, a lot of nights like that.
Yeah.
But I always like to have a good night, at least.
Excellent.
I never had stardom. I worked with big stars, well, not big stars, but, people that's been on telly and things like that.
You have worked with quite a few people, haven't you?
Yeah. But only as like a support more than anything. I want one at comedians off telly, and I opened up, and I thought, I've got to be good because he's on telly, him.
Yeah.
So I gave it everything, and I thought I had a really good first spot. Opened up, then curtains closed, and he stood behind me ready to come on. And the chairman saying, right, now for the start of our show. And as I walked past him, he's walking towards curtains, I'm walking away. He said, tonight's start of our show. And he says to me, start of our show's just bleeding been on, hasn't it? Because I'd get it everything. In a nice way, he said. But that made him work harder then, which
lovely.
Were good.
I bet audience got their money's worth that night, didn't they?
Well, they did, yeah, but that didn't happen very often, and I think it's because I needed that because I knew he'd be good. I got to give him a big, opening sort of thing, which I did.
But you've got to put the effort in anyway to hold people's attention, wouldn't you? I guess that was quite a skill to be honed.
A skill to be honed, yeah.
Yeah.
I just try a bit harder then, don't you?
I mean, most people were excited about bingo, weren't they, at Tombola?
Yeah, I've thought about changing my name to Tombola, but because he always finished at 10 o'clock, didn't he?
Yes, with all that in mind about the low high points, what was your last show like when you were winding down? What was that like?
The very last one.
Yeah. I don't even know where that was, to be honest.
I do, but I'm not saying because I did. I knew I was finishing. I didn't really want to, but you've had all the story why I did do and all this and that. And I says, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I've really enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed me, blah, blah, blah. And I'll just let you know that this is my very last show. And this is my very last song. And I did it. And I went back in the dressing room after I'd finished and I got a bit upset. Because I knew that was it. I made my mind up, that was it. That was it. So I got a bit upset. Yeah. I'm not telling you that either. because I get upset every time. But
Oh,
everybody
bless
else got upset when I sang it as well.
Oh, what, we've paid money to come here and listen to this drivel. Is that what it
Yeah.
was?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you
I
think?
tell you what. Go
Go
on.
on, after
No,
you.
when I first started, I was only 15 on clubs and pubs and that, and we played at a pub, big group, and this I'm just thinking about lows, highs and lows. When we started off, there were 7 people in,
Yeah.
and when we finished this first spot, there were 5 people in. And that landlord paid us off. He says, "You pack stuff away, kid, and get off." So we did do.
I remember that with the last show I did with my old band, which was at the, I don't mind saying where it was the Boardwalk. Lovely place to play, really, really nice. But we were on totally the wrong bill, 100%
Right.
the wrong bill.
Right, yeah.
We were on last, so there were 2 really good bands on before us, and we were a mess. We were all over the place, and we got about halfway through the set, and we got the MC come through monitors after a song, and just went, "Next one, your last one." Half the people had left. We were getting berated and heckled, and it's like, oh, this is rubbish.
Yeah.
So I never got to really end it properly. But I might do one day. You know.
Oh, no. Yeah, that was good, weren't it? Really? No.
Yeah, that was worth effort. So, in closing, after everything we've talked about and all the history you've got with it, and it being a big part of my life as well, I still talk to Claire about it, and I talk to the kids about seeing Grandad play concerts. Do you think it's that Clubland has a place in society now? I think it does. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts about what it could offer people now.
I'd love it to still be there. I'd love it to be as big as it was, on a similar level to what it was. I don't know what people would think about it now. There is still clubs going.
Yeah.
But there's a lot closed now.
Oh, yeah. Probably even more now with the pandemic.
I just love it. It was good. But lots of people were working as well then. Like,
yeah,
I think this has knackered a lot of things up, this COVID. But before that, the clubs were closing, pubs are closing as well. So none of that. I don't know what you could do to, like, revive it, sort of thing.
No, it's a shame.
I really don't know, but
one
it
of
would
the
be
big
nice.
aspects of it, I think, one of the big aspects is the sense of community. I mean, down the road from us, there's the Robin Hood, and I was in there one night with Claire. We'd got a date night, so it's like, quick, we must do all of the adult things. The kids are with a babysitter. We must go and do all the grown-up things. So we went out for a meal. So let's go to the Robin Hood for a
Don't go too far if you win out live.
No. This isn't live. It's all right. I'm going to cut all the mistakes out. But we went in there. It's a pub with like I think it's 2 or 3 rooms, and there was an acoustic duo on, and the place was absolutely jumping. This was about 3 years ago, so it's before COVID and everything, and the place was absolutely jumping. The duo, 2 blokes in their 40s with acoustic guitars, they were doing a bunch of, I don't remember their name, unfortunately, but they were doing a bunch of covers of like synth pop songs, like electronic songs, but transposed to acoustic guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Like Human League and Spandau Ballet and things that you wouldn't expect to hear.
Oh, yeah.
The guitars. And everyone was into it. And it was heaving. It was really, really good night. And there was that sort of moment where everything is in place, you know, where the actors thought properly about what they're playing and how to do it. The crowd was really into it. Everyone's buying loads of drinks. It was just a wonderful night. So I would like to end this with just a thank
nice.
you.
Everywhere could get back like that.
Oh, it'd be great. I want to end this with a thank you to you for giving me some really bizarre experiences that no one else I know ever had. I loved it. And one of my favourite days, I've just got to recount one of my favourite days with my dad, mainly for the audience at home, was when I was finishing up working for Power Play, the rock and metal magazine, and I'd interviewed Joe Bonamassa. And Joe invited me to a special show at the Cavern in Liverpool. And at the Cavern Club, he was doing the British Blues Explosion tour. And so I thought, oh, I've got to ask my dad. And I just rang my dad up and I said, are you busy on such and such a date? No, not really. I said, you fancy coming to Liverpool to see Joe Bonamassa at Cavern? And I don't think my dad had finished a breath before he went, yes. It's just like, there was no delay. It was like, yes, we are doing that. And everything about that trip was perfect. The show was great. We had a nice hotel. Food was great. Liverpool was lovely. Lovely place to be. But I remember seeing, after the show, we went back into the Cavern. We were both a little tipsy, but there was that singer on. And you remember what they were doing at the Cavern? They had a singer on. Was it from it was noon till midnight or something? Doing Beatles songs and Oasis stuff.
They did do.
But that guy, he just got the guy that we saw at the height of that night. Just got a guitar and he had about 100 people absolutely in the palm of his hand because he'd got the gab and he was doing the right songs. It was perfect. So, but yeah, it made me think of all that, and it was lovely to experience it. And being able to get you into this invite-only show, it was very posh, very rock and roll. Being able to get you into that, to me, it was a little way of saying thanks, Dad, for just putting all this in my life, because this is great. And that is what I think Clubland is all about, is giving people a good time. It's as simple as that. You know?
Yeah.
And it really is. Like I said, I've been reading that book on Clubland, and some of the early years of it where it's talking about clubs as an educational space, or there'd be lectures, or there would be drama and so on. That's a really nice idea, but I don't think it was until they became more open to letting families enjoy it together, and having more entertainment on, making more of an event of it for people, that it really found its place. And I think it's always going to have its place. And as long as there's people out there that are even half as good as you, it's going to have a life. That's all. So thank you, Dad, for joining me for these chats. I really appreciate it. And you're my hero.
And you're my son.
I know. I'm very proud of that. But yes, my dad, my favourite club singer, Martin Andrews, Martin Horn, thank you ever so much for joining us for these episodes of Sequins. Thank you.
Thank you. See ya.